Well, this week, the Jewish world is celebrating a story in the Bible in which they were saved from annihilation. It's a story we Christians should also celebrate, and I want to tell you why. Welcome to this week's Shabbat Shalom devotional, where I just try to share a little thought of inspiration and bring a little peace to the close of your busy week. So most of us are familiar with the book of Esther and the famous verse where Mordecai tells this young Jewish queen of Persia, "Who knows whether you have come to the kingdom for such a time as this?" We love quoting that verse to encourage ourselves and others that we are called to God's kingdom for this time in history, and we need to rise up to the occasion no matter what the challenge is. It's really a great verse. But few of us really understand the significance of the threat to the Jews of Persia in the story because we don't really know the history. In the 21st century, we have almost 200 different nations in the world, and so we equate this story to the threat upon the Jews of a certain nation, let's say of the Jews of France or the Jews of any one nation that we know of today. What we don't understand is that the Persian Empire was the largest in history at its time, and it stretched all the way from India in the east to Ethiopia in the west. Therefore, the Jews of Persia were almost all the Jews of the world. If Haman had succeeded in annihilating the Jews of Persia, the whole biblical story would have ended there. It would have been all over. 500 years later, there would have been no Jewish Joseph and Mary or the 12 disciples or the Apostle Paul or Jesus. Jesus would have never died on the cross for the salvation of the world. So this weekend, take a quick read through the book of Esther, and you will know and understand why she had to risk her life to save the Jewish people, and why God positioned her at just that place to be able to do so. Then ask God, why have you been born into the world for this time? His answer just might surprise you. And with that, I want to wish you a Shabbat Shalom.